Don Toliver, the Cactus Jack signee, announced that he'll be dropping his third album, Lovesick, under Cactus Jack this Friday. Don Toliver is not in a bad place at all in his career so far. He released his first album in 2018, however, that was before signing with Cactus Jack. Now, I know you know the story already, but to sum it up real quick, Travis Scott signed Don Toliver really early before a lot of people knew about him. Yes, Don Toliver had his small fan base before Travis, but it seemed it was mostly just fans in Houston, Texas. However, Travis being from Houston, he may have known about Don Toliver a long time before he signed him. But to get back to Don Toliver's career, after featuring on Astroworld with the song Can't Say, he got in the studio and released his first studio album, Heaven or Hell, in early 2020. Don Toliver saw massive success with the album, having hits like No Idea, After Party, and Cardigan. He saw a huge amount of success specifically in the TikTok area, where he had No Idea and After Party gained tons of traction on TikTok. You would see tons of people making TikToks with the No Idea and After Party sound just slowed and reverb. You know, they wouldn't really have anything to do with the song, but they just have that sound in the background as like the sound to the video. Do you know what I mean? That type of thing. So inadvertently, people were hearing the song just through other memes, TikToks, and other videos in general, because the song was a popular TikTok song. People were hearing the song left and right, all three of them. So using TikTok was very, very helpful for Don Toliver to grow a fan base and grow his career to where it is now. Don Toliver didn't stop in 2020 either. August of 2020, the massive Song with Internet Money, Lemonade, released. This song may have really put Don Toliver into the star he is today. Lemonade at its peak was number 6 on the Billboard charts and was in the charts for 29 weeks. Lemonade also has over 1 billion streams on Spotify, so it's safe to say Don Toliver had himself a smash hit song. This song also gained tons of TikTok trends and only helped the song blow up more. Like I said earlier, you saw tons and tons and tons of videos with this specific sound. You would hear it be slowed and reverbed when he was singing his little chorus, Don Toliver specifically. So this helped Don Toliver even more than any of the other artists on that song, like Nav and I think Gunna, because they would use the part when Don Toliver was singing because he has such a catchy voice. It was really, really good for Don Toliver because the amount of traction and exposure he got just from that one TikTok trend was honestly massive for him and Cactus Jack in general. I mean, it brought in a lot of money for Travis Scott. I mean, let's be real. Then, about a year and a half later, Don Toliver released his second studio album, Life of a Don. This album was met with a lot of mixed opinions. A lot of people thought Don Toliver was killing it and had switched up the production a bit to seem more and more R&B. However, the other side of it was a lot of fans criticized the amount of singing and lack of rapping, and that Cactus Jack sound that you'll hear normal. In my opinion, I really loved both albums. I really like the progression of his sound from Heaven or Hell to Life of a Don. Now, where this leads us today for Don Toliver is that he just recently announced he's releasing his third studio album through Cactus Jack, that being Lovesick. I like the way Don Toliver has been promoting this album, clearly showing that it's going to be a more pop-ish and have an undertone of it being like a love album. Also, you need to remember that Valentine's Day did just pass and it is February, which is the month of love. I know some fans aren't loving the direction Don Toliver is heading in. It's a much more pop and R&B role, but he's still gonna have that, Cactus Jack sound, I feel. I don't think he'll ever fully get away from that. He is a part of Cactus Jack, and unless he goes to a different label, I don't think he'll ever get fully away from it. I'm sure Travis is probably wanting him to diverse his sound a little bit more so that he can grow his fan base even larger than it already is. I guess it's just hard for some fans to accept that, artists progress. I even find myself like that sometimes, where I'll be listening to an artist and then they'll release a new album and, they're not totally different, but they just switch something up about the, maybe the mixing and mastering or the way their production style goes, and it completely changes up how you hear and see their sound. So I don't think that's going to happen here with Lovesick for Don Toliver. Is it possible? I think it is. I have heard these couple singles, and I'll be honest, they're not my favorite. Because even when I heard the singles leading up to Heaven or Hell and Life of a Don, I was still liking them. Like I was messing with them a lot. So I haven't really messed too much with these singles leading up to Lovesick, but I'm still gonna listen to it. I'm very excited. There's a lot of good music dropping this Friday, and you guys should all check it out. It's gonna be a good weekend, good week for music, and yeah, I'm excited for Lovesick and can't wait to hear it. Thanks for watching.